Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, Applicable Expansion. We have seen the Add to Outstanding, all of the features about that. Now we will see Review All and what's similar at the end of the day. So let's say that I want cognition. So I just do a search of cognition. And I want to do a subset review of that. So I will click here. Review All is the same to process browser, learning, and review all, or Ctrl+Shift+L. But look at the queue. It's different. For whatever reason, it's different when you do it here. It says, review all the material in the browser in the presently displayed sequence. Ctrl+Shift+L is okay. So we'll do the reps in the precise order. That's why it's useful if you want to order by interval, repetitions, whatever, as we have seen. But if we go to the same place, review all, here the queue is different. And it says, execute mid-interval repetitions on all elements. Shift-Ctrl+L. Remember that the modifiers are commutative. Shift-Ctrl is the same as Ctrl+Shift. Ctrl+Shift is the same as Shift-Ctrl. It doesn't modify the key binding. It's just Supermemo, it's inconsistent on the modifiers. So what does that mean? The difference with learn, that is a subset review, as we have seen, is that learn will only execute repetition, show you what's memorized and outstanding within the contents of this window, the element window. Review all will show you whatever is memorized, even if it's not outstanding. Then all we have seen about add to outstanding, when it's not, the outstanding date is in the future, so it's in the outstanding queue without being outstanding, all of this, is not required. I don't care if it's not in the outstanding queue or not, or if it's outstanding. If it's not outstanding, what will happen is that I will do a mid-term repetition, a mid-interval repetition ahead of time. Let's do this. Let me select a few from the past, at least one like this that is dismissed. I will cherry pick the examples now. And something in the future, let's hope I have something. It's arbitrary selection. So you can guarantee at least each case. Some are outstanding, some are not. Some are topics, some are folders, are dismissed, and some are items. Cool. So let's do this. Ctrl+Shift+L. Now, it's not obvious, but here it says I'm in a subset preview. I'll get the entire content. Subset elements, 11 elements. It's the title of the window that I just closed, the element window, because I did a subset. Nice. But it says it set 11 elements. Why I have 2 plus 6? This is 8. I'm already missing 3. Let's see. Last browser. There are 11, hence the title. Oh yeah, the dismissed are not included. So therefore, it's the same, more or less it's the equivalent as add to outstanding without being on the outstanding queue. That's the big difference. Doesn't have to be included in the outstanding queue. And remember, they can be added in the outstanding queue without being outstanding, because add all to outstanding. I can mix these together. So into the same collection, a few hours ago today, while shooting other videos, add to outstanding, all of that, I actually did that. So it could be that within the same day, I add elements of the outstanding queue without being outstanding, and then on top of that, because of a search, some could be on the same place, it could be an intersection. Hey, now I add review all. Some will be outstanding, some won't be outstanding, and some won't be outstanding, but on the outstanding queue, if this makes sense, the 3 possibilities. And let's see, one by one. I just started the review all is a subset. This is to the future. Look at this. I reviewed this last April, so not that long ago. Our interval was super crazy high. So I'm going to do a mid-interval repetition about 2 years and 3 months in advance, something like that. Next repetition. Then what happened? I did the repetition on the day 188. It's the natural time that occurred since April. But it was 1000 and something. So what happens that more or less I have the interval of the remaining kind of thing. In this case, it modified the priority slightly lower. Let's continue. This one. It's 1 year and 2 months since 2022. So this is actually outstanding. And I neglected this for 2 years. So it has been outstanding for more than 2 years. With an interval of 400. Let's see what happens. All of the repetitions I do are dummy. I could extract, read, but I want this video to be as atomic as possible, so I just focus on the point. Look at this. That's fascinating. So the natural days that happen since it was reviewed and the next repetition that was way outstanding happens to be 1321 days. And the next interval is more or less the interval that was scheduled to begin with. I'm executing mid-interval repetitions, or I'm executing repetitions way above, way later than scheduled, than outstanding. If you get what I mean. It's the same, I will, same. Okay. Now, that's an item. It's different. Look at the retrievability, almost 100%. Stability 500, look at the interval, about 2000 days, but 2028. I'm like 4 years early for this repetition. But I'm doing a review, all, subset. What's going to happen? Look at this. 442 was the previous one. And now 1990. You may have been born on that year, perhaps, some of the people who watch this video. So also your repetition, but now depends a little on like a topic, because I can lapse or not. Let's put it simple, just number 3, option number 3. The next interval is actually earlier. So how is this possible? I did a repetition ahead of time, and the next interval should be even later, right? If I haven't did the repetition. Well, not in this case. Sorry, I need to press next, so it updates the. Look at that. It was 2028, May 2028. Now it's July 2027, like close to a year early now. And the priority more or less is kept, and so on. So I won't do this further. I made my point. So the difference is that review all will show you everything that is memorized in this list in the order that appears in the browser, regardless if it's outstanding or not, without putting anything on the outstanding queue. If it's not outstanding, it will execute a mid-term repetition, mid-interval repetition, and if it's outstanding, it will be the same as if you just did a subset with the learn, without the outstanding. And one tiny detail before wrapping up this video. I just did those 2 repetitions, right? Well, all of those. I did the repetition today. Look, you can see by the date, November 3rd. It's my time of the recording. So what happens if I restart? Here you go. Now this, view and last browser. So I just did the repetitions. It says, no more elements in the review subset. So there's something in common. Do you remember that add all to outstanding was able to add to outstanding queue, even if you reviewed that on the same day? That's not possible in review all. Because I already executed a repetition on those elements today. And since I have seen that, even if it's not outstanding, because look at the next repetition, they will be outstanding in different days, but not today, nor tomorrow, by the way. If I click Learn Review All, it doesn't let me, because it's skipping what I have seen before today. It's skipping what I have seen previously today. I cannot execute another one. So if I really want, then this no longer helps. Review all no longer works. I will need to add all to outstanding and go to my outstanding queue once again. Hope it's clear enough. That's all for now. See you in the next video.